morning and welcome to the weekend edition of The Buck Stops Here. I'm Ankita Mukherjee. Ending days of speculation, Raj Thackeray announces his decision to contest the Lok Sabha polls but says he supports Narendra Modi for Prime Minister. We asked tonight, have political equations in Maharashtra been thrown wide open? That's the big political story. Raj Thackeray today throwing a googly by saying his party, the MNS, will contest the Maharashtra polls alone, but elected MPs will support Narendra Modi for the top job. Will this confuse voters and benefit the Congress-NCP alliance as it did in 2009? Or does the BJP now have an understanding with the MNS? Also, is the Shiv Sena now cornered?
Raj Thackeray announcing his decision to contest the Lok Sabha elections, despite BJP leader Nitin Gadkari's efforts to persuade him to stay away from the 2014 contest to prevent a division of anti-Congress NCP votes. But for the BJP, Raj's decision is more bitter than sweet, as the MNS will eat into anti-Congress votes to the NDA advantage. But Raj has also made it clear that his main target is his cousin Uddhav Thackeray and not the BJP or Narendra Modi.
ते पंतप्रधान म्हणून नरेंद्र मोदींना पाठिंबा इथे देतील.
Raj Thackeray has announced 7 candidates, 6 of whom will be contesting against the Shiv Sena, only one against the BJP. Shiv Sena had slammed Nitin Gadkari for holding secret meetings with Raj Thackeray, even terming the BJP leader as a traitor.
राज ठाकरे ने जो बात कही है उसके लिए हम उनके आभारी हैं और निश्चित रूप से उन्होंने जो कहा उसके लिए मैं उनके आभार व्यक्त करता हूं। पर महाराष्ट्र में भारतीय जनता पार्टी और शिवसेना अलायंस है, हमारी अलायंस मजबूत है। आज भी मेरा उनसे आह्वान है कि वो बाकी भी एनडीए के जो उम्मीदवार है उनको सपोर्ट देने के बारे में सोचे, यही मैं उनको बड़ा दिल करके सपोर्ट करे, यही उनसे मैं निश्चित रूप से आह्वान करूंगा।
In the last Lok Sabha elections, Raj's MNS had contested 12 seats, not winning any but playing spoilsport in as many as 8 seats, which could have gone the BJP Sena way. MNS candidates polled over 1 lakh votes each, netting 20% of the votes in Mumbai alone. Raj's decision clearly music to the ears of the ruling Congress-NCP alliance in Maharashtra.
कांग्रेस और राष्ट्रवादी कांग्रेस का जो गठबंधन वो मजबूती से वहां लड़ रहा है, हम अपनी लड़ाई लड़ रहे हैं। इसके बाद वो क्या करते हैं, उनमें आपस में तीनों में क्या होता है, उसमें हम नहीं पढ़ना चाहते।
Raj Thackeray's announcement has changed the political equations and calculations of all political parties in Maharashtra. While the Shiv Sena and the BJP are not too happy, the Congress and the NCP are hoping that it will be a repeat of 2009. In Mumbai, Imtiaz Jalil for NDTV.
Well, joining us tonight, Rahul Narvekar, head of the Shiv Sena's legal cell from the NCP. We're being joined by MLA Nawab Malik, Amiben Yagnik, spokesperson for the Congress, joining us tonight also, as is Neeta Chaudhary, senior journalist. But let me begin with the Shiv Sena first. Rahul Narvekar, the MNS today announcing that it's pitting just 1 candidate against the BJP, but 6 in direct contest against your Shiv Sena. Is Raj Thackeray now attempting to corner the Shiv Sena?
Well, the Maharashtra Navnirbhan Sena is a distinct, is a separate political outfit, and being a political party, they have their, it's their prerogative where and when to field candidates. Insofar as the tall claims of helping Narendra Ji Modi are concerned, the people have seen the duplicity of action and conduct of Mr. Raj Thackeray. On one side, he talks about supporting Mr. Modi. On the other side, he wants to ensure he wants to play a position whereby he could damage the NDA. So these are double standards which the people of Maharashtra have seen in the past as well. The MNS has been totally exposed. Their intention of contesting elections is also exposed, and therefore the people of Maharashtra will ensure that such a sinister approach is not encouraged and will be cut to size in time to come.
You believe the people of Maharashtra will cut the MNS down to size, but I think that's an interesting point that's being raised by the Shiv Sena straight away. If Raj Thakre's intention was to really support Narendra Modi, should he have stayed away from the poll contest? Is this not now just going to confuse voters further?
I think what the BJP is doing is with MNS and Raj Thakre on the one hand an understanding, and on the with the Shiv Sena on the other hand with Uddhav Thackeray, because Raj and Uddhav are not prepared to join hands. So this is the best kind of scenario for them. Now Raj has turned the tables on Uddhav. You see, had this kind of an arrangement not taken place, then Raj might have been exposed in the Lok Sabha elections, unlike the last elections in 2009 when he was a major player and he cut into the Sena BJP votes, enabling the Congress to get many more seats. This time,
what's to prevent that from happening this time?
You see, he will now help the BJP and he will help the NCP Congress, but he will undercut the Shiv Sena. That strengthens him for the assembly elections at year end.
Rahul Narvekar, respond to that. Does this not really affect the Shiv Sena the most? The BJP still has salvaged something from this situation, and given the fact that it comes in the backdrop of the meeting between Nitin Gadkari and Raj Thakre, which your party was so quick to denounce, does this not suggest some sort of understanding, behind the scenes understanding between the BJP and Raj Thakre's party? Where does the Shiv Sena stand in all of this?
Well, not at all. If you really look at the statistics, and to my mind, electoral results and the vote share demonstrate the popularity or the improvement of performance of a political party. Now, if you look at the performance of the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena, which came into inception in about 2009 till date, they haven't made significant inroads in majority parts of Maharashtra. They are urban centric. And there too, they are declining. If you look at the results of the local self-government bodies in rural Maharashtra or in the urban areas of Maharashtra, either they are insignificant or they have a marginal presence. And if you compare that to the Shiv Sena's performance, the performance of Shiv Sena, I mean, there is no comparison. It's comparing chalk and cheese. I mean, this is an outfit which has been in existence for the last over 8 years, but they haven't been able to prove their mettle. People of Maharashtra have read into this. They have understood the intention of Maharashtra Navnirman Sena. They have realized that voting for Maharashtra Navnirman Sena is actually negative voting, and therefore, it in effect, Maharashtra Navnirman Sena has come out as a B team of the Congress NCP. And people who are who follow the ideology.
Okay, let me just bring in the Congress and the NCP on this. Nawab,
definitely read into this.
Nawab Malik, do you believe this is now in fact going to help you in the same way that it did in 2009 when 5 of the 6 seats contested by the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena went the way of your alliance? Are you very happy with today's developments?
See, the situation in Maharashtra is different. Here in Maharashtra, Shiv Sena become a weaker partner for the Bharatiya Janata Party. This is a tactful understanding between BJP and MNS because they cannot shake hand openly. It will affect in Uttar Pradesh and Bihar. That's why a tactful understanding made by the Bharatiya Janata Party. They know the Shiv Sena become weakened partner. That's why they want to ditch them, but not openly. I think after some time they will ditch the Shiv Sena and they will make an alliance with the MNS. This is the actual position. But really, in the Maharashtra, the situation is different. In 1998, there was a Shiv Sena Bharatiya Janata Party government in the Maharashtra. At that time, Lok Sabha result shows that out of 48, we got 38 Congress and Congress allied parties. This time, the same situation arises in the state. And it will be better for us. We will get a more seat in Maharashtra, and situation is in our favor. Favorable situation we have in here.
Let's get a view in from the Congress as well. Amiben Yagnik, do you agree with that assessment?
Yeah, in a way, if you see the Congress and the NCP, they are going very strong, and they are going to the polls on their strength. and this has exposed what has happened today, has definitely exposed some kind of an internal between the three parties, you know. And when MNS said that we are going to encourage, support the PM nominee, and very clearly said Mr. Modi. Here we have BJP, Shiv Sena and MNS, so it is their internal problem. But we do not know how these dynamics are going to change, or it's going to be a while to understand what is actually going to happen. But definitely it has exposed some kind of an understanding amongst the three of them. And definitely the Congress and the NCP, they are going on their strength. They don't have to think about what is going to happen because of these three having some equations change amongst themselves.
Okay, Neeta Chaudhary, two things to reflect upon. One, of course, the fact that the NCP brought up, which is that a tacit understanding is perhaps what would suit the BJP best, because frankly, they might alienate their core vote bank, given Raj Thakre's brand of sort of politics targeting North Indians in particular. But also, you know, balance this careful balancing act that they will now have to do between not alienating the Shiv Sena, but perhaps also having some sort of understanding going with Raj Thakre's party. Is that going to be rather difficult to pull off?
Yeah, well, you see, there is a contradiction here. And I think probably part of the understanding would be that Raj Thakre will not play the anti-North Indian card too much in the Lok Sabha elections. I don't know what the price Raj Thakre has extracted from the BJP in terms of seats that the BJP will leave for him in the Vidhan Sabha elections. We must remember Raj Thakre's core interest is in the Vidhan Sabha elections, state assembly elections, not in the Lok Sabha elections. And number two, to weaken the Sena as much as possible so that he can get a chunk of the Sena to his side and hijack the Sena in the long run.
Rahul Narvekar, has this really in fact become a contest about who the real Sena is? Is Raj Thakre out there now to prove a point?
Well, you know what, before I answer your question, I need to correct Mr. Nawab Malik, who's got his facts wrong. In the last election, the NCP Congress alliance did not get 38 seats, they got 28 seats, vis-a-vis Sena BJP, which got 20 seats. I'm glad that he's worried and so concerned about the Shiv Sena being marginalized, but he should be more concerned about the NCP, and he should be more concerned about the NCP, which has been projected to get half the number of seats they've got in the last parliamentary polls. There are most of the poll surveys have shown NCP to not get more than 5 or 4 seats in the state of Maharashtra. So I think we appreciate your concern for us, but you should be more concerned about the state of NCP today. Number 3, your question as to what is the state, which is the real Sena. I think the people of Maharashtra know what is Shiv Sena. There are several other Senas which have come up, and the fly-by-night operators have also vanished. And similar is the fate of this new Sena which you are talking about. The Shiv Sena was here since 1966, has been here for the local people, has been here for the people of Maharashtra, has been here for the citizens of India. We've grown from a single MP in the year 1990 to 16 MPs in Lok Sabha in the year 1999. And now also we have 11 MPs.
Okay, Nawab Malik has a response to that.
Time will show by May 16 as to what is the strength.
Yes, Nawab Malik, go ahead.
Yes, see, I want to correct Mr. Narvekar. You see the result of 1998 when the Shiv Sena BJP government was here in the Maharashtra. We got 38 out of 48. This time a situation is same. Don't go on the poll statistics.
And please look at the result of 1999.
This kind of a survey. Don't go on the survey. This time we will get 100%. 38 seat minimum. Narvekar, after Bala Saheb, there is no charisma.
Let's not delve on past performances
in the Maharashtra. This is the situation in the Maharashtra.
Let's not dwell on past performances. Amibin Yagnik, as far as the Congress-NCP alliance goes, are you absolutely confident that this is an alliance that is strong, that is continuing to work together? There have been all sorts of murmurs, as there are before every election in Maharashtra.
Well, we are going very strong, Ankita. But as you know, election time, rumors are galore, and you just cannot stop those rumors coming. And when suddenly these kind of equations change, if you have seen what Mr. Raj Thackeray has said earlier, he has said a lot of negative things about what Mr. Modi's speeches at rallies are concerned. And suddenly today he says that we have to support the PM nominee. Now sometimes if you see the pattern, you know, forget about the Shiv Sena or any other, but somewhere the ideology, sometimes if you see as objectively, aligns to what Mr. Modi is doing. And so if you even see the record of the past a few months, I would say, so it doesn't come as a surprise or a shock. But as far as NCP and Congress are there, they are going quite strong, they are together, and so let the rumors go on. We have to just wait till the polls come up.
But on a larger note, Amiben Yagnik, is this indicative of the fact that the BJP's prime ministerial candidate is now more and more acceptable to allies who in the past have been extremely critical of him, whether it's Ramvilas Paswan, whether it is now Raj Thackeray coming right out and saying he supports Narendra Modi as candidate for prime minister? Does this not worry you?
No, Ankita, very interesting question. I think it requires a lot of kind of a study also, because all those who have said anything against the prime ministerial nominee candidate, everyone goes back. If you start with Keshubai, or you talk about Gordhan Chadafia, you talk about Ramvilas Paswan, and now Mr. Raj Thackeray, anyone who speaks, somehow there is something that they are drawn back and they go back to the same person against whom they have spoken. So, well, we may not go into why they are going. It's not a matter of worry, but it is definitely a matter of understanding what is that they are just going back when they are speaking totally against that person. So, they are not going to the BJP, but they are going to the PM nominee candidate. So, it is definitely something very interesting, but not a worry for the Congress at all.
Nawab Malik, once again, you had a point to make. Go ahead.
No, it is not a surprise to us. Mr. Raj Thackeray was acting like a brand ambassador of Narendra Modi. Announcement of support to the Narendra Modi, it is not a surprise. He was acting like a brand ambassador to the Narendra Modi in the Maharashtra. Always we have no surprise. I think result will show on the 16th what is the situation in Maharashtra is. We are going to get a maximum seat this time in Lok Sabha poll.
Rahul Narvekar, is there any situation even after the polls in which the Shiv Sena would consider being part of any alliance that also has the Maharashtra Navnirman Sena in it?
Let me assure you, despite putting a B team against us, the Congress NCP still not will be able to avoid the inevitable, and therefore their fate is written on the it's writing on the wall. The projection of NCP stands the same at 4 and 5 seats, and let me assure you, both Congress and NCP put together in the state of Maharashtra will not cross double digit.
All right, but is the BJP now, Neja, looking for new combinations? Is there a sense that perhaps there's a Raj Thackeray wave in a sense in Maharashtra at all? And is the Shiv Sena at all likely to reconsider its alliance with the BJP if such a scenario is indeed possible?
I think it will be very difficult for the Shiv Sena to reconsider an alliance. They are caught in a bind, though they've expressed this displeasure. And you know, though the BJP leadership has tried to placate Uddhav Thackeray, went rushing to him to explain how things had happened, Mr. Gadkari's powwows with Raj Thackeray could not have happened without the blessings of Mr. Narendra Modi. And both the Sena and MNS realized that BJP will take some of its vote bank this time, given Modi's, you know, following and goodwill and the kind of waves he is making. But what is more interesting, you know, Ankita, what you were talking about, BJP's strategy on the wider plane has been now to catch the smaller parties first. As you said, Paswan in Bihar, Apna Dal in Uttar Pradesh, MNS in Maharashtra, Yedurappa in Karnataka, TDP they are finalizing in Andhra Pradesh. And then these three parties, DMDK, PMK, MDMK, in Tamil Nadu, many people are saying they may become the second front after Jayalalitha. So that is a very interesting strategy that the BJP leadership now seems to be following.
Interesting strategy, interesting times indeed. And after that announcement by Raj Thackeray today, Maharashtra clearly wide open now. What this is going to mean for political equations in the state, well, the next month or so is going to be very interesting. So continue to watch this space. Rahul Narvekar, Amiben Yagnik, Nawab Malik and Neeja Chaudhary, thank you so much for joining us on this discussion tonight.